Hello, traders. Welcome back to another weekly forecast. I hope you're doing well. So, this is the forecast for the week 10th of October up till the 17th. And I'm going to start with the dollar index as usual. So, from the last week, I was anticipating a run for this low here, or this equal low. We got close to it, and then obviously price changed direction. So being very flexible, I basically switched to the upside. Price did not complete what I was expecting, so I basically switched to the upside. Now coming into this week, I'm going to anticipate maybe a run to this imbalance. Right, I'm going to anticipate a run into that imbalance, whether we go up from the opening to there, or we trade down maybe up to here and then go up. Whatever happens, I'm looking for a run to this imbalance. Now, because it's bullish, we can go and make a new high, because if you look at the daily, which if I pull the Fibonacci from that, you see we are coming off from the 618. So this is the impulse leg. This being a retracement. I wanted them to go to 70.5. That was my reason for looking for continuation to the upside, to the downside last week, but it didn't get to where I wanted. But 618 is enough, and then we might continue going up. So if you look at it from that perspective, then we will obviously expect price to go up here, but this is an imbalance to respect. So I'll basically respect that, and then if we are able to breach that, then I'll expect a continuation to the upside. Ultimately, I think price might go for this high on the dollar index. Okay, so I'm still bullish. I haven't changed my bias. I have nice equal highs in there, so that's where I think price is going long term. So you can see on weekly is very bullish. We don't want to go against that. All right, daily continuation, not last up candle, fair value gap within that, we'll see what we get. So maybe Wednesday up there, FOMC this week, I'll expect some kind of a rejection. Okay, Euro will be quite the opposite. We are bearish. I'll expect price to go down, but just as the dollar index had that imbalance, there's one down here, so I'll expect them to give me some reaction in there, and then maybe that's where I will intra week either look for short-term buys or just sit on my hands for retracement to happen, and then I'll anticipate a continuation to the downside. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting. Let's see what price will give us. British pound, same thing, continuation to the downside, but we want price to trade to optimal trade entry first. So in here, that's where I want to see price trade to. So going into this week, we're going to look for a sell, so we get there, and then once we get here, we can then start looking at price with a different view. But until then, you're gonna stick with what we have. Also, if you use the daily bias video that I've provided, you will see H4 closing or daily closing. You want to stick with this direction. Okay, so that is that for the British pound. New Zealand, I think they're gonna go and run this low. It's up to you if you wanna risk this, right? If it does go up first, I'm looking up here for a reversal to happen to continue going down, right? It's either we're gonna open and trade down aggressively to attack this low, or it's gonna pull back, clean out some highs, and then go down. I'm not really keen on this one. I'll look at the euro and the pound. Same thing with the Aussie. Aussie has made a new low, so I'm not keen on doing anything on this pair going into Monday. I'll wait till Tuesday and then see how Monday traded, and then I'll take it from there. Gold, now you can see I have placed in something here. This is a monthly high. I want to see if we will run that high. So what I'm doing on Monday, which I will not be trading, but I'll see how it's going to trade on Monday. I'll take a risk here to sell it down, or if it stops me out, I'm gonna anticipate them running this high and then back down again. Okay, so it's either they're gonna pull back, fill me up, go down, or they're gonna stop me out, go up, take out this high, and then break down. Now, which one is likely to happen? Any, I don't know, right? So I'll take it on a day-by-day basis. How we trade on Monday, how we trade on Tuesday will give me clues of what price is going to do. But right now, as it is, that's what I will do going forward. And then if I'm wrong, like I said, I'll anticipate a continuation to the upside, and then maybe something like this. 3 drives to the upside before the breakdown, and then down we go. Okay, again, long term I'm looking for a run back down here, but short term maybe it might go up first before doing that, because anyone that is profitable now, their stops will be here, here, here. So they might want to clean those ones out first before the real move unfolds. Crude oil, I would look for price to go up to that level. Last week Friday, I gave a directional bias over here. I took a demo trade on that, and I'll show you where I got in and where I got out. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame and see if it will show. Okay, it's not showing, but I took a trade on, I think it was here or here, and then I closed it on Friday just before the market actually closed, right? Because of the directional bias that I shared on the Telegram. Okay, so going into next week, I'll look for price to trade up there, and then expect price to now reject and back to this low because we are bearish. I think this is just a pullback, and I'll anticipate a move down. We could possibly come for all these lows here as well. Okay, so that is that for crude oil. Euro yen, the move to this imbalance is what I'm expecting going into Monday and Tuesday. We could continue going down for this low, this candle's low, and that will be it in terms of movement to the downside. And then I'll revisit it during the midweek to see what price will give me. Okay, so move here, and then this low is what I'm expecting. Euro Aussie, we are kind of stuck in a range. We've made 2 highs. Okay, let's go to the weekly. We've taken out this high, we've rejected. It didn't go down as much as I was expecting, and then we had another big push back up again. So this week I want to see them run previous week high and then aggressive down, and on the lower time frame you will see what I mean. So we have 1, 2 drives, right, equal high. So this week I want to see them run this high and then drop down. Okay, so the movement to the downside, maybe we might come back to clean out this equal low, right? Because we've been going up for some time. It's time for the longs, those that are profitable for longs, it's time for them to take some of them out. So all the equal lows on the downside will be the objective. Okay, let's go over to this side. Swiss yen, I'm looking for a run to this low this week. CAD yen, I'm looking for a run to this low and maybe that low. That is a maybe. This week, this low, yes, I'm interested in that. On the H4, there's a bearish order block. That's where I'll be looking on Monday if we do trade up there. Aussie yen, same thing. I'm looking for this low and that low as the draw. If we go up first, I'm watching this candle's closing price and this, either they go from here to down or a deeper retracement and then down. New Zealand yen, same down here as the downside objective and this low. If they pull back similar to Aussie yen, I'll look for a sell. And that's it. Those are the pairs that I'm focusing on. Euro New Zealand, I'm gonna be on the sidelines. Let's look at it on a daily basis. It might make a new high. It might trade up here and then maybe a rejection. I like the way it went up. Okay, it's too clean. You might get just a wipe, maybe 4 or 5 up to 6 down candles to clean out, something like this. Notice how it went up and then it cleaned everything out. That's what I'll expect. So once we make a new high, rejection, and I'll be targeting this low. EuroCAD, this I'll also be looking at this for a continuation. I like all these highs. It's too clean. This one and that one equal high. So I'll see how we're gonna trade this week. Obviously, looking at the weekly time frame, we have another block here. So I'll look at how we're gonna trade in there, and then I'll expect price to come back and make a new high. If you just follow the daily time frame, you will see we are making high highs. So I'll be looking for that. All right. Okay, so that before I go, let's go and look at Bitcoin, because I had a buy idea on Bitcoin this morning, and you can see I'm long. I got in a bit late, but Bitcoin looks to me is gonna go down, but before it does it, it might retrace. So I'm taking it on a day-by-day basis. Today I'm looking for it to go up here, this high, into this imbalance, and that's basically what I was practicing this morning. And yeah, a run for this high. If we take out this high, I'll be happy, but maybe they might go a little bit higher. If they do, I will anticipate a reversal. So let's see how they're gonna trade on Monday, because after today we're gonna have a new week. The week will end today, and then once we go into the new week, I'll see what price will do based on how price is gonna close today. Okay, Ethereum, same thing. I'll see how this week is gonna close. We've got a couple of hours, for 13 hours for this candle to close. How we close will give me more clues as to what to expect going forward. Based on the daily time frame, it looks to me that it might go up a little bit more before back down again. So we will see, right? We don't know. We're taking it day by day basis. So let's see how the week is gonna close, because it's almost done, and then we can look further. And then finally, this one, I think it's kind of stuck in a range, right? If we close as we are still looking for continuation to the downside anyway. We just have to wait for price to trade into premium, and then we can sell. So if we close as we are, maybe a retracement back up into this high, and then a rejection to continue going lower. All right. So that brings me to the end of today's forecast. I will see you guys next week. I'm planning of doing something. I'll make the announcement on my community tab. Basically, I'll give you a trade idea or a directional bias the day before. So let's say, for example, we are expecting the day has closed today, and I look at a currency that I think it has high probability of moving to a specific level. I will send that with explanation on YouTube the day before, and then the day after I will see how it did it, and then I'll either explain why and what I would have done, and if it didn't do it, why it didn't do it. Okay, so that's going to be fun. Hopefully we'll get something out of it. So I'll see you guys. Peace.